Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your AEW, NXT, NWA results and spoilers for the week. Or the spoilers is the NWA, and they're debuting next week for October the 2nd episode of NXT and AEW. AEW's debut. Birthdays for October 2nd. El Dandy turned 57 years old. And what about the 53rd birthday of Hall of Famer Yokozuna? Former WWE champion passed away October 23rd, 2000, at the age of 34. NWA Power TV taping. Rock and Roll Express won the NWA Tag Team titles from Thomas Latimer, formerly known as Bram from Impact Wrestling, and Royce Isaac. Tape for October 8th. Pic of Rock and Roll Express. I'll show you over there with the tag belts. It was back in September when Thomas Latimer and Royce Isaac won the titles from Ring of Honor stars PCO and Brody King at Ring of Honor Global Wars in Chicago. After winning the titles, Ricky Morton wrote on Instagram, "As I type this, a tear comes to my eye. At 63 years old, my dreams never stop. We have wrestled the toughest tag teams on the scene today and have taken many butt whoopings, but it all led to this moment. When the 3 count was official and the bell rang, my emotions ran out of my body. We had just become 9-time World Tag Team Champions, Hoot, and I have had our highs and lows. This is something we shall truly cherish at NWA and at William P. Corrigan and the rest of the crew. Wow. Thank you for supporting and giving us this platform with National Wrestling Alliance, the support from the boys and gals in this business at all the towns and events. You all keep me moving. Fans and supporters, we couldn't do this without you. We do what we do for each and every single one of you. Here's to a little bit of the bubbly at this link." NWA website also has some cool photos of the studio, which looks like an amazing throwback to Saturday Night Studio Wrestling. The first show will stream on YouTube and Facebook on Tuesday at 5:05 Central Time. That's our time, if you don't know. 6:05 Eastern Time. Okay, that's Tuesday. So there you go. Also announced earlier, NWA's Power debut is October the 8th at 6:05 Eastern Time, which is 5:05, on NWA's Facebook and YouTube channels. First taping took place on Monday and on Tuesday from Atlanta, Georgia. During the NWA Power TV taping, the Rock and Roll Express won the NWA Tag Team titles from Thomas Latimer and Royce Isaac. It was back in September. I've already read that once. It's been a busy few days for NWA. Currently, they're in the process of taping their new weekly show, NWA Power. There are sure to be some surprises that the company has up its sleeve. It turns out they are already starting off fresh. During last night's NWA Power TV tapings, Colt Cabana also defeated James Storm to win the NWA National title. This is Cabana's second reign with the title, as he lost the title to Storm back in June. This was the second title to have changed hands at the TV tapings. It was previously reported that the Rock and Roll Express won NWA Tag Team titles from Latimer and Royce. Wrestling Inc. also learned that there will be dark matches held after the event and have results of those as well. The media scrums will start shortly after, and we are planning to live stream on a Twitter account, which will be posting on the site. Photos from the arena can be found here, including the set, the crowd outside the arena, and more. Even a pic with the reporter at Wink Rebel. Cody Rhodes tweeted out tonight's attendance for the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. for AEW's premiere. 14,129 in attendance. Dark match took place before AEW Dynamite was Darby Allin defeating Cena by pinfall with the Coffin Drop. Jay and Silent Bob, Jason Mewes, and Kevin Smith filmed a segment with Joey Janela. And seen in the video, the duo also took photos holding the AEW World titles alongside AEW President Tony Khan and AEW World Champion Chris Jericho. Smith and Mewes were sitting at ringside as well during the event. Justin Roberts is out before the show goes live. Welcomes everyone to the show. Roberts introduces JR, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur, a masked wrestler. I don't know who he is. Never seen him before. As commentators for the show. At AEW Wrestling, we are moments away from going live with at hashtag AEW Dynamite. And Justin Roberts kicking us off. At Wrestling Inc. again. At Justin Roberts just introduced at Shut Up Excalibur. I guess that's his Twitter name. At JR's Barbecue. And at Tony Schiavone 24. As commentators for the debut episode of at AEW on TNT. At Wink Rebel. At AEW Wrestling. Hashtag AEW. On TNT, Kenny Omega, who still seems out of it, like being the Elite episode, and the Young Bucks hype tonight's match against Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz. Another locker room, a clean-shaven Jericho stands next to his partners to hype the biggest match ever. So there you go. You know who your mystery men are. You already got dark match. Darby Allin defeated Cena with a Copa drop in about 10 minutes before the AEW TV taping begins. The crowd was very, very into Darby. Cena played the heel role well, flung upward to get the crowd going. Pyro gets us started. JR, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur welcome the fans as preview all the matches for the card. Victory for Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara was shown, as they pronounce his name, Guevara. So I am formerly wrong with Guevara, is why I was pronouncing it. Rhodes says Guevara is full of potential, and Guevara doesn't want to hear that. He's ready now. Cody says he's not looking over Guevara at his title match against Chris Jericho approaches, but he also doesn't want to get embarrassed. Guevara notes that this is the biggest match of his career. Rhodes says if he loses, that could change up the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view. At Wrestling Inc., the energy in the Capital One Arena right now for at Cody Rhodes' entrance is off the charts. Goosebumps. Let's do the dang thing. Cody with Randy Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara was your first match. Cody gets a big pop for the crowd. Cody chant breaks out from the crowd. Brandy hypes the crowd in the ring. Guevara gets some boos from the crowd as he makes his way to the ring. Colorado tie up. Goes into the rope. Clean break. Crowd with a Sammy Sucks chant. Guevara takes Cody down. Tries for a couple of pins. Doesn't get much of anything on either one. Cody bails out to the floor for a moment as he gets back in. Guevara taunts him a bit. Tries for a super kick. Nobody home. Guevara leaps and then hits a backflip over Cody. Drop kick, standing moonsault, covers for a 2 count. Cody with side headlock. Shoulder tackle. Guevara with a kip up and a slap to the face. Cody with a drop down, punch to the face. Spinning power time, cover, 2 count. Back and forth chops. Cody with a delayed vertical suplex. Cody with a bunch of push-ups, but eats a spinning kick to the face. Who does Cody think he is? Big Papa Stomp? Cody with a springboard, cutting, pin, 2 count. Tries again, no luck. Guevara with a springboard cutter of his own from the apron, covers for a 2 count. Cody sends Guevara out to the floor. Brandy barking at Guevara. Cody goes for a suicide dive, but Guevara pulls Brandy in front of him, and she takes the brunt of the attack. Brandy gets up and says she's okay and shakes it off. As they do the bump, crowd with a whole chant. Back in the ring, Guevara tries for a moonsault, lands on his feet. Tries a standing moonsault, lands on his feet again. Goes for a third and nails it. Covers for a 2 count. At TD_wrestling says that Cody Rhodes didn't get caught looking ahead beyond Sammy. Heck of a match to kick off. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag AEW on TNT. Guevara dropped on the second rope. Brandy smacks him in the head with her shoe. Cody with his Zacha kick that turns Sammy inside out. Covers for a 2 count. Guevara put up on the top turnbuckle. Back to the ring. Avalanche reverse suplex cover 2 count. Cody getting a little frustrated. Guevara eats a back elbow. Cody to the top rope. Guevara leaps up with him. Hits a Spanish fly. Cover for a 2 count. Guevara gets up for a shooting star press. Cody gets his knees up. Inside cradle for the 3 count. During the match, Cody gave a wicked kind of a cutter coming from a reverse move. Coming into the off of the ropes, springboards in, and catches him with a cutter. Goes like a 180 turn with the cutter. Cutter, Stone Cold Stunner, whatever you want to call it, almost. But there you go. Cody won by pinfall. There it is. Thanks to Wing Rebel. Cody Rhodes wins the first match of the hashtag AEW on TNT era. Post-match, Shivani gets in the ring to talk with Cody. The emotional Cody hugs Shivani and goes to talk with him. But Guevara shows Cody. He then puts his hand out and the two shake hands. Momentarily from behind, Chris Jericho runs out and attacks Cody. Guevara just shrugs and heads to the back. Like he was only kidding with a handshake. Jericho drops Cody again. Then lifts the title up and smiles. He nails a code breaker on Cody as we get a split screen commercial. Jericho taunts a bit more, goes to leave, but comes back and smacks Cody in the head with the title. Jericho grabs one of the ringside photographers' cameras and takes a selfie. Cody out on the floor near the timekeeper's table and gets whacked on the back with a chair. He then sets 2 chairs up next to each other and powerbombs Cody on the cameras, on 2 of them, on the two chairs, and then just dumps a bunch of stuff on Cody. Yanks the mic from Shivani, then shoves him too. Jericho says, "I am Chris Jericho, and I am the champion of AEW. You're welcome." MJF versus Brandon Cutler. Before getting to the ring, MJF says to cut his music. He barks at the crowd, says he's the fastest rising star. Crowd gives him a whole chant. Tonight, you losers get the distinct honor of seeing how a star is born. He says Cutler clearly got lost trying to find his seat behind the guardrail. Calls him a loser. MJF tells Cutler D&D might not be right, but what's very real is he's better than Cutler, and he knows it. MJF toys with Cutler, trips him, slaps to the face. Cutler with a backflip off the top rope and slap to the face of his own. Cutler flips over the apron for a sunset flip into a pin. Cutler with a 5-minute scary, but MJF sneaks in an eye rake. At Mr. Lariato, Tope conceded by Brand Cutler. Hashtag AEW Dynamite from Twitter. Cutler gets sent to the ring post. MJF taunts a bit. Shivani says they are supposed to be neutral, but wants to see Cutler beat his bad word penis, I should say. JR notes that this is TV-14. Can't say that on TV. That's one of the announcers said that. MJF talks some trash, but ends up getting sent out to the floor. Cutler with a big old school dive right into a bunch of punches to the face. Back in the ring, Cutler goes up top, and his knees gets out. He goes at MJF. He pulls the referee in front of him. Cutler stops MJF with a cheap shot, locks in the Fujiwara armbar, and Cutler taps out. At TDE underscore wrestling, quality young man. That at the underscore MJF at the hashtag AEW Dynamite, hashtag AEW on TNT. Winner by submission, MJF. Chris Van Vliet talked with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes at ringside with the two talk about Chris Jericho being in their latest film. Angelico and Jack Evans to talk trash. Mewes says they aren't even good enough to win a match. Private Party heads over to check on Smith and Mewes and tell Angelico Evans to back off. At TDE Wrestling, TDE underscore wrestling, excuse me, but I will not accept this slander against Morris Day and the time. Hashtag Jungle Love, hashtag AEW Dynamite, hashtag AEW only on TNT. Outside the White House, SCU says this is the worst town that they've ever been in. Like they've been at the White House during the daytime. Filmed earlier in the day. They basically introduced themselves and where they're from. Cut to a stage with Shivani and SCU. Scorpio Sky announcing that Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian will be in the tag team tournament. Out shows Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Phoenix says that they are the best tag team in the universe. Pentagon gives them the Cero Mado, and the SCU gives them the SCU. Two sides to start fighting, but gets separated by Atlas Security, Dean Malenko, and a bunch of referees. Even female referees. Backstage, Kenny, the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz get ready for tonight's main event. Commentary team has been solid tonight, especially Tony Schiavone. He's been on point and even doing interviews away from commentary on multiple occasions. Very similar to what he did with WCW. TDE underscore wrestling says that Adam Page doesn't have a horse tonight, but he's still a very, very cool dude. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag AEW on TNT. All at AEW Wrestling can at Bastard Pack keep his momentum going on our debut episode of hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hangman Adam Page versus PAC Pack, formerly known as Tyler Rex from WWE. Strong shots get us started. The crowd in support Page for this one. Pack spinning heel kick lands. Easy boot to the face. Page returns fire with a discus lariat. Crowd with a cowboy sucks chant. Both wrestlers out on the floor. Pack gets launched into the barricade a couple of times. Back in the ring, Page with a fallaway slam, tip up, running moonsault, covers for a 2 count. Like at TD underscore wrestling, like at JR's Barbecue said, at Bastard Pack makes it all look so effortless. Hashtag AEW Dynamite, hashtag AEW on TNT. Pack with a Asai moonsault off the second rope and out on the floor on Page. Pack tosses him back in the ring, springboard 450 splash by Pack. Covers for a 2 count, Pack with a low drop kick in the corner. Heads back up top, but Page stops him. Page heads up to the second rope with a fallaway slam, drop kick in the corner. Flapjack, pin, 2 count. Pack then launches Page straight into the ring post. JR giving the fans heads up twice now that the commercial is coming. But it's all split screen. Pack sends Page into the barricade. Pack really beating up Page right now in the ring. Kick to the head, continues to work him over. Huge moonsault from the Adam Page, says at TD underscore wrestling. Page finally gets some offense with a big spine buster. Tries for the dead eye. Pack grabs the rope and it ends up on the apron. Pack springboards back in and eats an elbow. Power bomb covers for a 2 count. Pack attempts to go to the floor and Page hits a big moonsault down on Pack. Pack gets sent back into the ring. Avoids a buckshot lariat and the two nearly crash into Earl Hebner, referee. Ref bump, but Pack able to kick Page between the legs, back heel kick. With Earl with a distraction, Pack up top, black arrow on Page's back, right into the brutalizer submission. pages out, and Earl ends up calling for the bell. Winner by referee stoppage, submission, Pac. Britt Baker joins commentary for this next match. AEW Women's World Championship match between Nyla Rose and Riho. Rose charges in and misses to start the match. Riho swings away, ducks another punch, and swings away. Riho with a drop kick, another one. Hurricanrana sends Rose down for a moment. Rose drops Riho, pin. Riho reaches up and under it. Kicks in the back. Riho tries for a double stomp, and Rose just ends up standing up and launching Riho off of her. Rose with a kick to the back and a reverse chin lock. Riho gets to the bottom rope to break it. Rose with a delayed vertical suplex, but Riho is able to escape it. Rose with a back elbow tries for a suplex. Riho with elbows, running these strikes that sends Rose out to the floor. AEW Wrestling comment, not today, said at Nyla Rose Beast. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Riho up to the top rope, crossbody, and Rose catches her in midair. Rose with a backbreaker. Rose goes for the chair and looks to swing it on Riho, but referee stops the swing, but grabs the chair from her. Rose then launches Riho into the barricade a couple times. Rose now pulling out a pile of chairs. This isn't a no DQ, so not sure what Rose is doing. She puts Riho on the pile of chairs on the floor. Rose looks for a senton off the apron. Nobody home. Rose crashes on the chairs herself. Riho hits a double stomp off the rope. Back in the ring, Riho continues to work over at Rose. AEW Wrestling on Twitter says, Nyla Rose Beast went high risk and it didn't pay off. Are you watching? Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Rose nearly beating up Riho during the commercial break. Riho attempts. Yep, but still a split screen. No commercial break so far. Actually, Riho attempts a back body drop and can't quite do it because of the weight differential. Rose drops down on her. Back and forth, forearms. Riho gets dropped for a moment, gets up and throws more shots, but eats a boot to the face. Rose tries for a power bomb. Riho sneaks up under with a roll up, very close to the count. Rose hits the Death Valley Driver for only a 2 count. Crowd really into this match. Thought it was over. Rose heads up top. Riho follows with tons of forearms. Hits a superplex off the top rope. Covers for a 2 count. Crowd is on their feet. Riho with a double knees to the back. Another to the face. Covers for the 3 count. Riho is the champ. Winner by pinfall to win the AEW Women's World Championship. After the match, Michael Nakazawa comes out with a microphone to interview Riho in Japanese. Rose comes back in and destroys Nakazawa with a big powerbomb. Rose then goes to hit a Death Valley Driver on Riho on the apron, but Kenny Omega runs out to stop her. Rose heads to the back. As multilingual, Omega talks to her. What are you doing? He says, actually in English. Well, that sets up your next match. Kenny Omega already out, and the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz for your main event. Jericho and Omega start things off. Nope, Jericho tags out to Santana. Omega with a kick to the chest, follows up with a chop, basement drop kick, and Santana goes out to the floor. Ortiz comes in and gets it out too. Jericho then tries to get on the action, almost locks in the walls of Jericho, but eats double super kicks by the Young Bucks. Nick Jackson with a twisting senton over the top rope on Santana and Ortiz. And Wrestling Inc. says the 2 main screens showing the audience in ring action and the backstage Moxley Omega brawling is such a nice touch. Never seen anything like that at a live show. BDE in here. Omega looking to fight, but in comes John Moxley. Omega turns around and gets mauled by Moxley. Moxley sends Omega into the crowd and swings away on him. Those who fight on as the things are still going inside the ring. Jericho beats up Nick. Moxley bites away at Omega, and they go deeper into the arena. Omega with a broomstick to the back in a hallway between arena seats. He cleans up the floor a little bit. That's the cleaner gimmick. Swings away on Moxley's back. with a mop handle and mop, but it doesn't break. Omega and Moxley fighting in the VIP area. Well, nothing more than a door, and a couple of couches. And other fans are standing up in that area. Moxley hits dirty deeds on Omega through a glass coffee table to end that segment. Moxley yells, "Say something," at Omega as we go to the break. At TDE Wrestling, the TD _Wrestling, don't turn around, Kitty. It's Jon Moxley. Hashtag at AEW Dynamite at AEW TNT. And also, at Jon Moxley is a maniac. Back inside the ring, the Young Bucks dealing with the three opponents. Matt looks to tag out, but Santana sweeps Nick's legs out from under him. Santana with a springboard crossbody, Ortiz crossbody, Santana standing moonsault. Ortiz with a dive and just lays there for a cocky pin, 2 count. Jericho looks for a line salt, but Matt gets the knees up. Matt with a Northern Light suplex on Santana. Then hits a double suplex on both Santana and Ortiz. Crowd's very much behind the Young Bucks. Nick tags in, knocks Jericho off the apron, hits multiple kicks and knees on Santana and Ortiz. Nick with a kick to Jericho's face, drop kick to Ortiz. Setting up twisting senton on Santana. Santana back in the ring. Matt tags in. They look to finish Santana off, but Jericho runs in with a code breaker on Nick. Juice effect, which is nothing more than a back elbow for the 3 count. So Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz get the pinfall. After the match, Cody runs out and swings away at Jericho for the first match interference. He then drops both Santana and Ortiz. Guevara runs out and low blows Cody. Dustin Rhodes comes out, helps even nods. He low blows Guevara from out of nowhere. Jake Hager, formerly known as Jack Swagger, goes after Dustin. Cody, Nick, and Matt hits a big Vader bomb on Cody, then gut right suplex Dustin on the timekeeper's table. Cody gets picked back up, and Jericho hits the Judas effect. The heel Santal to close out the night. During the main event match between the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega versus Ortiz and Santana with Jericho, one fan apparently thought that the wrestlers needed a snack, so they threw their hot dog into the ring at this link. Well, cops were also there, seeing that. During the commercial break, Jericho made a mention to it, wondering who threw the wiener in the ring. As you can see, the police got involved and gave the unruly fan they're talking to no word yet what if the fan was let out of the event, but let's hope this guy learned his lesson. AEW is obviously not encouraging the throwing of anything into the ring, but streamers to hot dogs, so keep that in mind when you attend an AEW event. Heck, if you're throwing hot dogs, you're trying to feed the wrestlers. They should have it's like, don't feed the animals, like they do at circuses or zoos. AEW is not encouraging the throwing of anything into the ring for streamers or hot dogs, so keep that in mind when you go to a AEW event. After AEW Dynamite finish, a dark match took place with Pentagon Jr., Phoenix, Jack Evans, and Angelico defeating Private Party and the Best Friends. Orange Cassidy also wandered ringside during the match. Show you a picture of that as well. The second dark match saw Britt Baker and Allie defeat Penelope Ford and Bree Priestley. I'll show you a picture of that as well. Also, third match, SCU defeated Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, and Jungle Boy. Another picture of that for you. Live and for your NXT, as we're going head to head for the first showing, and AEW does an immediate replay. But NXT went for this episode 15 minutes past 2 hours. Live from Full Sail in Winter Park, Florida, Mauro Ronaldo welcomes us to the show, joined in by Nigel McGuinness and Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. For this show will air with limited commercial interruption, and the first 30 minutes will be commercial free. Well, that was wrong, because you saw a split screen during the whole thing. And full commercials. NXT title match, Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole. We go right to the ring. Out first comes Matt Riddle as the bro chant starts up. We see NXT General Manager William Regal backstage as Riddle makes his way out. NXT Champion Adam Cole was out next. We see recent happenings were led to tonight's title match. Cole enters the ring and we get formal ring introductions from Alicia Taylor. Bell rings and Riddle quickly takes Cole down with several times. Riddle goes for the Fujiwara armbar early on, but Cole gets to the bottom rope to escape. They lock up again and goes to the corner. Cole backs off, but kicks away as the referee warns him. Riddle with a gut wrench suplex and then another for a pop. Riddle with a 2 count. Riddle kicks Cole back a few times and another sent Cole out of the ring to the floor. Riddle goes to bring Cole back in, but Cole jumps and kicks him in the head. Riddle falls out to the floor. Cole charges and knocks Riddle into the steel steps. Cole brings him back in the ring and takes Riddle to the corner for offense. Cole with more offense and another 2 count. That's fan dueling chance. They trade strikes in the middle of the ring. Now, Cole counters and drops Riddle for another pin attempt. Cole keeps control and slows the pace down, dropping Riddle again with a bicycle kick. Cole talks trash in the middle of the ring. Riddle fights back and unloads with strikes in the middle of the ring. Riddle kicks Cole in the head into the corner. Riddle with running strikes into the corner and an exploder suplex. Cole avoids a penalty kick, but Riddle comes back with a Broton for a 2 count. Cole blocks an Alabama slam and rolls through. Riddle misses a knee. More back and forth. Riddle with a big knee in the fisherman buster for a close 2 count. Riddle with a big German suplex for another 2 count. Riddle with another kick. Riddle scoots Cole, but Cole fights out with elbows. Riddle scoots him again, but Cole counters in midair with a backstabber. Riddle kicks out at 2. They trade strikes in the middle of the ring, fighting to their feet. Cole stomps on Riddle's bare feet as he fights like Von Erichs, barefoot. But Riddle fights back and nails in the injured wrist. Riddle with a huge knee strike, but Cole comes right back with insecurity. Riddle with a big German suplex, but Cole comes right back with another Ushigoroshi for a close 2 count as the fans go wild. Fan chat, this is awesome now. More back and forth. Cole sends Riddle out of the ring with another bicycle kick. Cole leads off the apron, but Riddle rocks him on the way down. Riddle brings him back in the ring, goes for the floating bro. Cole gets his knees up. Riddle lands hard. Cole follows up with a big Panama sunrise for another 2 count. Fans do the holy crap chant. Cole exposes his knee and charges, but Riddle collapses and Cole is forced to put the brakes on. Cole goes to the second rope for another sunrise, but Riddle catches him. Riddle with a bro to sleep and a powerbomb. Then a big knee to the face. Riddle goes to the top for a floating bro, but doesn't get all of it. Cole barely kicks out in time, and the crowd goes wild once again. Fan chant, fight forever. Now as Riddle goes back to the top, Cole jumps up and crotches him on the top. They trade shots up top. Riddle rocks Cole back to the mat, and with a big chop, Riddle flies in over the top, showing off, and Cole super kicks him. Cole rocks Riddle again and goes back to the top. Cole hits the sunrise, but Riddle ends up applying the bro mission in the middle of the ring. Fans go wild again as the referee checks on Cole. Cole counters and turns it into a 2 count. Riddle drops Cole into the Fujiwara armbar again. Riddle drags Cole back, but Cole rolls him up for a 2 count. Riddle goes right back into the Fujiwara armbar, drags him all around the ring a few times, but on their left arm now, they break and Cole nails a big elbow. Cole immediately follows up with the last shot. It covers for the pin to retain. Pretty good match for the first match of NXT. After the match, Cole sits up and raises his arm as Undisputed Era's music hits. Cole takes the NXT title and raises it in the air as he stands back up. We go to replays, fan chat. Undisputed as Cole stands tall with the title. Music interrupts and out comes Finn Balor to a huge pop. A huge surprise because he's not on the Big Show anymore. He's back in NXT. Full Sail goes wild as Balor's entrance is up. Cole looks on from the ring. Surprise. Fan chat, holy crap, at Balor. Balor stares Cole down as a welcome back chant starts up the crowd. Balor says, as of now, he is NXT. Fan chat, NXT now. Cole and Balor have a few words off the mic as Cole backs out of the ring. Balor's music hits and he celebrates with the crowd as Cole talks some trash from the ramp. Balor is back in NXT. We get a video package for tonight's NXT Women's Title match. Champion Shayna Baszler, whatever how you pronounce it, versus Candice LeRae. Velveteen Dream comes out for the Velveteen Dream experience on the stage. He has more women with him tonight and his couch. Dream hypes himself and the experience up. He then mentions NXT North American Champion Roger Strong and challenges him to a match for the title that he lost. Dream talks more about Strong challenging him to step up out of the shadows of the Undisputed Era. Dream goes on and says, soon it will be Dream over for Strong. Lio Rush back in NXT versus Cruiserweight Champion Drew Gulak is confirmed for next week. Io Shirai versus Mia Yim was up next. Back to the ring. Out comes Io Shirai. Mia Yim was out next. My opinion, this was your match of the night. Shirai shows for Yim to start. They go at it, and Yim takes Shirai down first. Yim with a big boot to the corner for a 2 count. Yim ducks an enziguri as fans do dueling chants. Yim sends Shirai out of the ring with an atomic drop. Yim with a baseball side drop kick sends Shirai into the barrier. Yim works Shirai around on the outside of the ring as the referee counts. Fan chant, more chops, and Yim delivers. Yim brings it back into the ring, but Shirai kicks her back to the barrier. Shirai brings it back into the ring as the screen splits for our first commercial break. Back for the break, Yim tries to turn it around, but Shirai stops her and shows some frustration. Shirai with a 5-jack in the middle of the ring. Shirai keeps control for another pin attempt. Yim avoids the double knees in the corner. Yim blocks the Tiger Bomb. Shirai counters, but Yim tosses her with an overhead throw. Fans are dueling chants while both are down now. They trade strikes and counters in the middle of the ring. Yim with a lariat and more offense. Yim drops Shirai with a drop kick. Yim takes out the knee and delivers a basement drop kick for a 2 count. Yim kicks it while Shirai is on her knees now. Shirai counters with a Hero Corona for a 2 count. Shirai drops Yim into the ropes and nails a 619. Shirai springboards in and hits the missile drop kick for a 2 count. Shirai shows some frustration now. Yim fights Shirai off and hits the code blue for a 2 count. Shirai goes to the floor for a breather. Yim runs the ropes and hits a suicide dive. Fan chat NXT as the screen splits. We go back to commercial. Back from the break. Yim is up top, but Shirai has climbed up, rocking her. Yim fights back. Shirai climbs up to the top for a superplex and nails it. Shirai is slow to make the cover, and Yim kicks out at 2. Shirai keeps control and goes back to the top, nailing a moonsault for the pin and the win. After the match, Shirai stands tall as music plays. We go to replay. Shirai poses on top as Yim recovers in the middle of the ring. We see Hall of Famers Kevin Nash and Scott Hall at ringside in the front row. Fans cheer them on. I miss them. We see the Street Profits and Bianca Belair arriving to the building. Mauro leads us to a video package on Tegan Knox for her coming back from her injury. Johnny Gargano versus Shane Thorne was up next. We go back to the ring, and out comes Johnny Gargano to a pop. Shane Thorne was out next. They lock up and go at it. Fans start dueling chant. Start chanting Johnny Wrestling. Now, Gargano knocks Thorne down first. Gargano taunts him, and Thorne charges. They take him on the mat. Gargano runs the ropes and takes Thorne back down for a 2 count. Gargano goes for the Gargano escape. Thorne gets him to the bottom rope to break it. Thorne rocks Gargano and slams him to the mat for some boos. Go to commercial and screen splits. Back to the break. Thorne has Gargano grounded after taking control during the break. Gargano counters a suplex with a knee to the head. Gargano mounts on a comeback. Gargano with a big chop in the corner. Gargano counters and rocks Thorne with a kick to the head. Gargano clothesline Thorne over the top rope to the floor. Gargano runs for a suicide dive, but Thorne meets him at the ropes with a forearm. Gargano runs again, and this time nails a suicide dive for a big pop. Gargano brings him back in the ring. Slingshot spears himself at Thorne for a 2 count. Gargano goes back to the apron, flies in, but Thorne catches him in midair. They tangle, but Gargano hits the double knees in the corner. Thorne comes right back with a leg lariat in the corner, and then a cannonball. Thorne with a big sit-down powerbomb for a 2 count. Thorne unloads with kicks while Gargano is on his knees. Thorne charges, but Gargano hits him with a forearm. They trade strikes, and Thorne kicks Gargano in the back of the head. Gargano comes right back and turns Thorne inside out. More back and forth. Thorne misses a kick, and Gargano spikes him into the mat with a referee with a reverse hurricanrana. Gargano cranks it up and hits a big super kick for the pin and the win. After the match, Gargano stands tall over Thorne and looks down at him. As the music hits, we go to replays. Gargano plays to the crowd as they cheer him on. And that's Friday's big SmackDown Fox premiere. NXT Women's Title match: Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. As Nigel McGuinness calls it, Baszler. We go to the ring. Out first comes Candice LeRae. NXT Women's Championship title. Baszler was out next with Marina Shafir and Jasmine Duke. The NXT 4 Horsemen. They talk on the stage, but Baszler heads to the ring by herself. She sends the other girls to the back. Formal ring introduction from Taylor. The bell rings and they tangle. Baszler strikes first, but Candice hits a big enziguri and then knocks Baszler out of the ring. LeRae springboards from the apron and hits across body on the floor as the fans pop. The screen splits as we go to commercial. Back for the right, Baszler has LeRae in the corner. LeRae gets knocked back to the outside. Baszler follows and sends LeRae into the steel ring steps. Baszler taunts LeRae for a pop. Baszler places LeRae's hand in a grip hold of the steps, then backs up and charges, slamming her arm. They return to the ring, and Baszler delivers a knee to the gut in the corner for a 2 count. Baszler keeps LeRae grounded with a submission. LeRae finally gets up to the bottom rope. They end up on the apron. LeRae ducks a clothesline and tries for a German suplex to the floor, but Baszler hangs on. LeRae rocks Baszler as she falls to the floor. LeRae runs the ropes and hits a huge dive into the barrier. LeRae returns to the ring, hits another big dive to the floor. LeRae goes back in for the 3rd dive, taking Baszler down once again for a big pop. Fans chant NXT now again. LeRae brings him back in the ring and goes up top, but Baszler rocks her with a kick to the head. Baszler climbs up, but LeRae knocks her to the mat. Baszler comes back and climbs up as the fans do dueling chants. Baszler with a big super gut wrench suplex for a pop. Screen splits as we go to the commercial. Back from the right, LeRae fights back in the middle of the ring. Baszler grabs her into a Karafuda clutch out of nowhere. LeRae immediately turns it around, and as the crowd goes wild, Baszler breaks it, and applies a hanging Karafuda clutch in the corner. LeRae escapes and mocks her. LeRae climbs up with a super swinging neck breaker from up top. Baszler kicks out just in time. More back and forth and dueling chants from the crowd. Baszler with another clutch. LeRae drops Baszler and goes for the moonsault but misses. Baszler goes right into the Karafuda clutch once again. LeRae tries to fight free, but Baszler repositions on her back. LeRae tries to get to her feet, but Baszler on her back again. But can't power up. Baszler still has a hold locked in for more than a minute now. LeRae finally taps out as Baszler retained. After the match, Baszler stands tall with the title in the air. As the music plays, we go to replays. Baszler hits the ropes to pose some more while LeRae is still down on the mat. We see Stephanie McMahon in the front row with Hall of Famers Mark Henry and Alundra Blaze. I saw Mark Henry, but I didn't see Alundra Blaze. Announcers plug Sunday's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Nigel shows us recent happenings between Imperium and Kushida. Don't think I've seen this match. I think I went to a bathroom. UK champion Walter is announced for next week. Pete Dunne versus Danny Burch is up next. We go to the ring for next match. Out first comes Pete Dunne. Danny Burch was out next. I went to the kitchen during this match to cook me something to eat. Birch hits the ring and gets in Dune's face before the bell. The bell rings and they lock up. They trade hold. Dune takes Birch down. Dune starts working on Birch's fingers. More back and forth. Dune takes Birch down into an armbar. Birch counters into a crossface. They both get back to their feet. Both swing but miss. Birch runs the ropes, but Dune rocks him with a big shot. We go to commercial with a bruiserweight champ from the crowd. Back from the break, Birch covers Dune for a 2 count. They trade big strikes in the middle of the ring again. Birch rocks Dune in the corner with a forearm. Dune counters and delivers a kick, then a German suplex. Dune stomps on the fingers and kicks Birch in the face. Dune with a sit-down powerbomb for a close 2 count in the middle of the ring. Birch counters and rolls Dune up for a 2 count. They collide in the middle of the ring with strikes. Birch with a headbutt. Birch catches Dune with a pop-up powerbomb. Birch keeps control and delivers a knee. Birch with more big offense for another 2 count. Birch shows frustration. Fan chant, this is awesome. Dune counters and delivers a kick. Dune with more big strikes. Birch fights back. Dune works on the fingers again. Dune with a bitter end in the middle of the ring for the pin and the win. Winner of the match beat Dune. After the match, Dune stands tall as music plays, the lights go out. In comes Damien Priest. Priest comes from the side and drops Dune with a big right hand. Priest drops Dune with a rolling cutter finisher. Priest points to his name on the big screen and then talks trash down in Dune's face. Priest stands tall as his music plays. Kathy Kelly backstage with NXT champion Adam Cole. She congratulates him and mentions how he used his cast to his advantage. Cole says that the cast is required by WWE doctors and he didn't use that to defeat Matt Riddle earlier. Undisputed Era approaches and brings up Finn Balor. Cole says, screw Balor. He's not worried about Balor. What Balor is trying to do. He's worried about making sure the Undisputed Era keeps their titles. Of course, they're the tag team champions. Cole tells them to get in the zone, and they walk off with Cole hyping them up. Announcing tonight's main event for the NXT tag titles. We go to the video page for the match. NXT tag titles. Street Profits versus Undisputed Era. We go backstage to Street Profits with rapper Whale. Whale says a few words before heading out to the arena with Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Whale and the Street Profits enter the crowd to celebrate with the fans, who are holding up red Solo cups. They head to the ring next with Whale on the microphone. This goes on for a few minutes until the music hits and out comes NXT Tag Team Champions Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era. Taylor does formal ring introductions. Dawkins starts off with O'Reilly as they trade holds. Dawkins drops on O'Reilly with a shoulder and covers for a 1 count. The two teams face off in the ring. Champs go to the floor for a breather. Fish tags in. Hawkins and Hawkins takes him to the corner. I think it was supposed to be Dawkins. Ford tags in and to go at it with Fish. Ford rocks Fish. Fish goes to the floor for a breather. Screen splits as we go back to commercial. Back from the break. Ford picks up. Ford drop kicks both opponents. Fish drops Ford with a big right hand to the jaw. Fish takes Ford to the corner and works him over. O'Reilly tags in to keep offense ongoing. O'Reilly takes Ford down with the job's forearms, then drives knees. O'Reilly keeps control and tosses Dawkins. Ford and O'Reilly trade strikes. O'Reilly drops Ford and gets rolled up for a 2 count. O'Reilly with more big strikes to drop Ford. Fish tags back in. Fish rocks Ford into the ropes and takes him down. Fish flies in from the apron with a senton for another 2 count. Fish takes Ford back to the corner and the champs hit a double suplex. O'Reilly covers for a 2 count. O'Reilly mounts Ford and pounds on him. Ford fights off another double team, but they turn it around. Fish with a staff suplex and then another. Fish with a third staff suplex for a 2 count. Fish takes it back to the corner. Tags in O'Reilly for a double team. Kicks. O'Reilly covers for a 2 count. Back to commercial. Back from the break. Ford fights off another double team. Ford sends Fish out of the ring to the floor. Ford drives O'Reilly into the mat with a Uranagi. Dawkins waits for a hot tag. Fish knocks Dawkins off the apron. O'Reilly turns it back around on Ford with a rolling butterfly suplex. Fish tags back in for a big double team for another close 2 count. Double teaming continues on Ford. Ford finally makes a hot tag to Dawkins. Dawkins runs wild on both opponents. He runs right through a double team and drops them both for a pop. Dawkins with the 360 splashes on both opponents. Dawkins keeps control and hits a spear on Fish, sending him out to the floor. Dawkins and O'Reilly go at it now, trading shots. Dawkins catches O'Reilly with a big suplex for a 2 count. Dawkins charges but runs into a knee. O'Reilly unloads in the corner. Fish with a cheap shot as the referee is distracted by O'Reilly. Dawkins clears the ring and crawls for a tag, but Ford is nowhere to be seen. O'Reilly flies from the top and hits a diving knee on Dawkins. O'Reilly with a leg submission. Fish comes in and fights Ford, catching him in a guillotine. Ford drives Fish into O'Reilly and Dawkins, breaking the hold. Fan chant NXT now. Dawkins and O'Reilly keep fighting in the middle of the ring. Dawkins lands a big enziguri. Fish tags in and goes to the top, but misses a top rope splash. Ford tags in, follows up with a splash on Fish. Ford close 2 count. Dawkins places Fish on his shoulders as Ford goes to the top, but O'Reilly makes a save. Dawkins fights both opponents at ringside. Now as Ford runs and leaps out, taking all 3 down. Fan chant, holy crap. North American champion Roger Strong interferes, but Dawkins hits a spear on him. They both fall to the floor from the apron. The champs hit the high-low on Ford, and O'Reilly covers for the pin to retain. After the match, Strong stands tall in the middle of the ring with Fish and O'Reilly. NXT champion Adam Cole appears on the ramp and raises his title as his partners in the ring. The music hits. Out comes Tommaso Ciampa, making his return. Fans go wild as Ciampa's return from neck injury. Ciampa slowly walks out to the stage and stares Cole down, also keeping an eye on the title. Cole and Ciampa face off on the stage. NXT season premiere goes off the air with Cole and Ciampa staring each other down on the stage. Very similar to what Finn Balor did earlier in the evening. And now for your NWA Power TV tapings from September 30th. Thanks to Matt Boone. Take the two consecutive nights of studio TV tapings for the new show, NWA Power. On Monday night at the Georgia Public Broadcasting Arena, I guess, from Atlanta, Georgia. Featured below, courtesy of at Ben Turpin, the results. And F4W Online, complete results from night 1 tapings on Monday. Actually, I had to wait till Wednesday. Till Thursday to do the video because night 1 was not even posted. NWA Power taping. Spoilers. Ahead of the tapings, it was announced that the NWA Weekly Show is named NWA Power. The show is a throwback to the days of studio wrestling and will air on the NWA's Facebook page and YouTube channel at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time and on Tuesday starting on October 8th. NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis cut a promo to start the taping. The Dawson brothers, Zane and Dave Dawson, defeated Sal Renaro and Billy Buck. Eli Drake defeated Caleb Conley. A confrontation between Josephus and James Storm was broke up. NWA Tag Team Champions Thomas Latimer and Royce Isaac won a tag match. Latimer and Isaacs were interrupted by Eddie Kingston and Homicide afterwards. NWA National Champion James Storm defeated Josephus. So he remained champion for the national championship. Storm won in a quick match. Tim Storm did an interview ahead of challenging Aldis for the NWA World title. NWA's World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis defeated Tim Storm to retain his title. If I'm not mistaken, Tim Storm is Larry Zbyszko's son. Aaron Stevens, formerly known as Damien Sandow, appeared and cut a promo. Ricky Starks defeated Trevor Murdoch. Colt Cabana and Mr. Anderson won a tag match. NWA Women's World Champion Allison Kay defeated Ashley Fox. Jane Storm did an interview. NWA Tag Team Champions Thomas Latimer and Royce Isaac versus Eddie Kingston and Homicide ended in a no contest. Latimer and Isaac's titles were on the line, but the match ended in no contest after the Dawson brothers got involved. Kingston then issued a challenge to the Dawsons. Marty Bell defeated Crystal Rose. Marty Bell is formerly from Impact Wrestling as well. Caleb Conley won a singles match. Eli Drake offered to be partners with Tim Storm, with Storm saying that he'll think about it. The Dawson brothers, Zane and Dave, defeated Eli Drake and Tim Storm. Storm took the pin. Then Kingston and Homicide saved them from a post-match attack from the Dawson brothers. Trevor Murdoch was then interviewed and said that he wants to fight for an NWA contract. Trevor Murdoch defeated Josephus. So he got his contract, I guess. Marty Bell said she wants a shot at Allison Kay's NWA World Championship, which led to her facing Ashley Fox. Ashley Fox defeated Marty Bell, so she don't get no title shot. Kay was at ringside for the match. Thunder Rosa appeared afterwards. The Dawson brothers, Zane and Dave, defeated Eddie Kingston and Homicide in an ODQ match. Latimer and Isaacs got involved in this one. Ricky Starks defeated Aaron Stevens. NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, Colt Cabana, and Mr. Anderson defeated NWA National Champion James Storm and NWA Tag Team Champions Latimer and Royce Isaacs. Cabana pinned Latimer as a stipulation of his team winning. Cabana will get a future shot at Storm's national title. Results from the second night. NWA TV tapings from GPB Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks to Ben Turpin again and Russell Zone for the events on this one. It's announced that Atlanta will be NWA's home base. James Storm versus Colt Cabana for the national championship was announced for later on the tapings. Dawson's defeated Enhancement Talent, unknown names. They challenged the tag champs, but interrupted by Homicide and Eddie Kingston, who also won a match. Dawson said they are going to think about it. Thunder Rosa defeated Ashley Fox. After the match, Rosa continued to attack Fox until Marty Bell run her off. This brings out Allison Kay, who Rosa assaulted. Bell hesitated, but then joins in. Ricky Starks defeated Aaron Stevens in a 2-out-3 falls match. Eddie Kingston and Homicide defeated the Dawsons. Trevor Murdoch defeated Caleb Conley. Aaron Stevens cut a promo saying he is quitting the NWA. Well, goodbye. Didn't last long. Marty Bell, Thunder Rosa defeated Brooklyn Creed and Crystal Rose. Colt Cabana cut a promo. Ricky Starks come out looking for a title shot. Question Mark defeated Dan Barker. Wild Cards defeated Eddie Kingston and Homicide. Marty Bell and Thunder Rosa defeated Allison Kay and Ashley Fox. Melina caused a distraction to give Bell and Rosa the victory. Rock and Roll Express come out and asked for a title shot. Nick Aldis defeated Trevor Murdoch. Ricky Starks versus Question Mark goes to a no contest. That's an Aaron Stevens interferes. So, there goes. I quit. Lie. Eli Drake attacked Mr. Anderson. Question Mark, Aaron Stevens defeated Colt Cabana and Ricky Starks. Rock and Roll Express defeated the Wild Cards to become the new NWA Tag Team Champions. Mr. Anderson versus Eli Drake versus James Storm. Triple Threat was announced for later. Winner receives a world title opportunity. Aaron Stevens defeated Ricky Starks to become the number one contender for the national championship. James Storm defeated Mr. Anderson and Eli Drake to become the number one contender for the world championship. National Wrestling Alliance recorded 4 more episodes of their upcoming NWA Power show in the results I just read you. And you can find the results if you listen to it. As I gave a second from a different website. Okay, I'll skip the announcement because it's the same as. Okay, each 1 hour episode will feature around 45 minutes of wrestling content. Colt Cabana versus James Storm will take place for the national championship. Was advertised. Dawson's quickly win a tag match for a claim they want a title shot. Kingston and Homicide interrupt. They put their titles on the line for his future match with them. Dawson's agreed to think about the offer until part 2 of your results from Power from NWA. And Thunder Rosa defeated Ashley Fox and continued to attack her until Marty Bell runs in the ring. Ricky Starks faced Aaron Stevens into a best 2-on-3 falls match. Starks wins the first match with a quick roll-up after just 5 seconds. He later picks up the second fall and sweeps Stevens. Colt Cabana become the new national champion after defeating James Storm. Doesn't say how, but there you go. Kingston and Homicide defeated the Dawsons. Trevor Murdoch defeated Caleb Conley. Aaron Stevens says he quit the NWA. Thunder Rosa and Marty Bell defeated Crystal Rose and Brooke and Creed. Ricky Starks interrupted, and Colt Cabana cut a promo wanting a title shot. Question Mark, who is a match wrestler, with a question mark on his face, defeated Dan Parker. There was a wrestler that wrestled in Humble, Texas, who also had a question mark on his face, but he wasn't named question mark. The Wild Cards defeated Kingston and Homicide. Thunder Rosa and Marty Bell defeated Ashley Fox and Allison Kay after detection by Melina. Rock and Roll Express asked for a title shot. Nick Aldis defeated Trevor Murdoch for his title defense. Ricky Starks versus Question Mark ruled a no contest after Aaron Stevens interfered. After a war of words, Eli Drake attacked Mr. Anderson. Aaron Stevens and Question Mark defeated Ricky Starks and Colt Cabana. Rock and Roll Express defeated Wild Cards to win the NWA tag titles. James Storm and Mr. Anderson, both from Impact Wrestling as well, versus Eli Drake, announced as #1 contenders match for later. Aaron Stevens defeated Ricky Starks to earn a shot at the National Championship with help from Question Mark. James Storm pinned Mr. Anderson to earn the title shot at the NWA Championship. Thanks again to Ben Turpin for the results. Well, that one gave a little bit more detail from the previous one. That's why I gave you separate results. Well, thanks again. Peace out. Peace out. See one of you. Tomorrow night is your SmackDown results.